Welcome to roasting chestnuts on an open fire. First, what you need is a heavy-duty pot. Here you go. This is the one I use. This thing weighs a ton, but it conducts heat really well. It gets really hot, and it survives anything. Given, if you look at the stains, I forgot and left it on last night for an hour, cooking on the stove with nothing in it, and it survived. Other things you would need: a top to go in the pot. This doesn't go with this pot, but it's what I have. Here, the most important item that you would need are chestnuts. I am not a chestnut purist, so I grab whatever is on sale. What you need to do is you need to make a cross cut in each of the chestnuts. Here's an example. Now, usually what you do is you cut on the round side. The chestnuts usually have a flat bottom like this. And scroll out a little here so you can see. But some of them are kind of rounded like this one. Just go for the roundest edge with the flattest bottom. Then you need water and a spray bottle. Now what I do is I set the heat on high. No, medium high. Get the pot hot. And then the next thing I do is I rinse my chestnuts. I like to get them nice and clean. And I just do it simply. I throw them in the bag that I got. These are all cut. And I just rinse them off like this. No big deal. I don't drain them through a colander. I just want to get them sort of moist. Like that. Oops, sorry. And then you just put them back on the cutting pan like this. Not a big deal. Meantime, hopefully your pan is heating up. Look at that. These beautiful chestnuts. Now, I tested this last night with 10 chestnuts, and I have to tell you, they cooked so much quicker and so much faster this way on the stove top, and I was really surprised by that. They came out wonderfully moist by that. They came out wonderfully moist. Now, I always use a lot of moisture when I cook my chestnuts, even when I roast them in the oven, because I found, after many test and fail, that the chestnuts cooked up very nicely with moisture. So I don't know if that means that they aren't really roasted nicely, or that means they're legitimately roasted, but you know, I think they come out well, so who cares. Now, don't they look pretty? Oops. I have to remember this camera doesn't alternate. Look at those. Those are beautiful. Okay, now I test the water in the pot, test the heat of the pot by sprinkling water on. Look at that. That's a nice sizzle. And I toss these in. Oops. And I try not to knock down my pan and make noise. There you go. And I put those babies in. Now, really what you want to do is just get them on their flat side, like this. There you go. Flat side. Try to get that cross side up if there's not a real flat side, like here. That one's a little rounded. And I put them in the pot. There you go. Look at that. And they sizzle away, cross side up. Look at that. And I think I'm going to get all these chestnuts in here. There you go. Now what I do now is I add water to the bottom of this. There you go. I've got water in the bottom. Look at that water. That's lovely. And then I cover them. There you go. Now, it really would help if you had a nicer fitting top than I have on this one, but you know what? It works. So we're going to come back in a little while. I'm just going to let these simmer and roast away at this high heat for a while, and then we're going to come back and we're going to see what they look like when I shoot some water in them. See you later. Okay, here we are, and I'm coming back, and I just wanted to clarify, this is a pan, not a pot. I've been referring to it incorrectly. Even though I'm not a chef, I should at least get that right? Okay, we're going to take the top off and see what it looks like. Woo! Look at the babies are roasting away. That pan is dry on the bottom. Okay, this is what we do. Now you see they're starting to open up. Look at that. Look at those babies. They're opening up already. That is so cool. Okay, here comes the big thing. Hold on. Now usually when I do this, I have the pot in front of me so that it sort of prevents the splatter on getting on me, but since we're doing this live, I'm going to have to just suffer splatter burn, I guess. So hold on. I take my spray bottle, lovely spray bottle, and I spritz them. Well, I try to spritz them. Here, let me try and spritz it over here. Alright, I had to do it with my right hand. Go figure. Here you go. Listen to that sizzle. Oh, baby. I love that. And they sizzle away. They get nice and moist. Look at that. I love that. It sounds really great, doesn't it? Alright, and I just let them sort of soak up some of that moisture. Now I could tell you right now, I think there's going to be a bad chestnut in this batch. Look at this one. Look at that black spot in there. Ew. Maybe we can salvage it later when we open it. Who knows. But you can see how they're opening up. They're so nice. It's so lovely. Okay, now I'm going to spritz some more water on the bottom. And I'm going to leave these babies go a little while longer. Alright. There you go. Say bye, chestnuts, for the moment. We're covering you back up. Okay, we'll be back and we'll see how they're doing.